Hey, 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 hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey, good
Know what I'm
morning.
saying?
Yes,
Good.
sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
hearing me. Yo, you hear me? I don't hear you though. You know
Oh,
how
hold up.
anyone that's been a listener. Let's
Do you
see. I
hear me
don't
now?
know. We, we not
Hold
getting
on.
any sound. You on location? We working on location. Man. Um, not here. I see
You
you
hear me?
loud and clear. Yeah,
You-
but we got zero audio. But hold up. You know what I'm saying? Wait, yo, see what's going on around here. Maybe on my side. I don't know. You hear me though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Let's
hold on.
see.
Let's see, son.
Uh-oh. Got the shout out. Yo, here we are in the building. I don't know what's going on. The people might hear you. I'm trying to figure out if it's me or not. So, um, you know, we you know, we do this every couple of weeks. We have one of these problems. So it's not it's not you know it's nothing crazy going on here. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Um yeah, I don't know. Yo, all y'all out there that's watching, let me know. Oh man. So the word on the street is that everybody can hear you. Yo, so it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. Okay. Not a problem. That's cool. Um, as usual. Well, that's cool. All right. My man said, first he threw the happy birthday, then to Don Corleone, we'll get to that. And they said we hear you both. So they in the building. So what's my problem? That's always the question, huh? And so I'm the one that's suspect, is what you guys are saying. That's all right. Never hurts. I'm gonna get my stuff going. But anyway, since everyone can hear you, and I'm the only one that's in the wind, um, let me work on this. Why don't you introduce what we got going on today? I get this working on my side. Oh, yo, man. So I got another direct call on hotline. Said we can't hear you. I don't know. My man hearing all of us. One person. So we gotta go to. We might have to go to phone. Uh, to the phone game, son. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, all right. So Corey's gonna check some things and come right back. Well, thank you to our people out here. And first and foremost, we do this so that we prove out that it's live. Okay, it's real in here. And I would like to say thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes thus far. It's still early. As you saw here, we'll get back to this right here. Yeah. All right, I'll take the Don Corleone flavor. So, yo, it's all good. Another, what did it say? Another trip around the sun. Glad to be here. Blessed, grateful. And hey, I mean, I turned 49 this morning. Well, technically at 4:30, but whatever. And so, oh, he's back. Um, I just wanted to which is my my Facebook profile and all that.
Can you hear me?
Look, everybody's coming in. It's like a party, man.
Can you hear me?
That? Nah, son. Yo, man, we are suffering today, man. Might have to do sign language or something. I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. Can you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you got one more. You got one more trick. Yo, so you
trick,
can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Corey's on location, so understand that's what's going on. He's at a very important event. You can't see. That's why we're having these technical difficulties. We do that every now and then. So it's part of the culture here at Heyward CPA Live, that because this is uncut, this is raw. But today, we're gonna talk about,
you hear me?
Trusted advisors and stuff like that. But I think,
can you hear me?
I think
okay.
I'm going to have a party too. Let's have a party. So that's what. So yeah, so Corey, he's back and forth. People like that. So, but it's all good. So anyway, it is October 8th. A big day around my way. So, as you can see, got my name down there, my little title. It's happy birthday to me. But no, we're gonna get to business right here. What's it? 12 minutes. This is just a celebration part. And anybody that knows me, I troubleshoot on the fly. You get here, but this is lesson number 1 in business. Things go wrong. You always gotta come with a plan B. So if my man is I think you on that.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Boom.
The show.
All right.
Yeah.
So
let's get it.
Yes, sir. So I think I heard you talk about our trusted advisor conversation that we're gonna have, right? The titles. I think people get hung up on titles, right? And not really understanding what that actually means. And how that applies to the work that comes out of those titles, right? So for an accountant CPA, everyone looks at accountant CPA as a leader, as somebody they should trust and trust their personal life, and aka financials, and has expectations, I would say probably natural expectations, that they will be naturally led to the right answers and be told what to do, when in fact that's the incorrect assumption and approach, right? And so no, accountant CPA pretty much works within the tax code, works within the system, compliance, to record activity of financials. Correct? Nothing more, nothing less. Now, when we talk about a trusted advisor, now we move the needle to intangible things. What are your goals? Why are your numbers the way they are? What do you understand? And then we can impart, or a CPA accountant can impart on you the best approach, roadmap, framework, direction, and adjusting as you go along. Right? So, am I on the right page there? You know, Don Corleone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So
you're on the right
you're on the
page.
right page.
Was
Was
I mean,
I mean,
so basically,
so
yes,
basically, yes,
it
it
comes down to
comes
this.
down to this.
We had a
We had a
conversation
conversation
about
about
um
um
discuss.
discuss.
You
You
know,
know,
accountants.
accountants.
You know,
What
what happens
happens
is
is
people
say,
what's a
what's
good
a good
CPA,
CPA?
something like along
Along
those
those
lines.
lines.
I
I
used to
used
put
to
account,
account.
and what
And
we
what we
started
started
trying to
trying
do
to
is
do
teach
is
people what they
people
mean
what
by
they mean by
an accountant.
an account.
Um,
Um,
you know,
you know,
that's
it's just
subjective.
subjective.
Um,
Um,
we could go
we
so
could go,
far, but what
but what
we're
we're
finding that
finding that
they actually
they
mean
actually
is
mean is
they need
they need
somebody to
somebody to
put it
put it
helping them.
helping them.
And people are
People are
very,
very,
they're,
they're,
you know,
you know,
not
they're
they're
not
so
so
part of the
part of the
problem.
problem.
So
So they
we don't know
we
how to
don't know
ask
how
for
to
help.
ask for help.
We got
We got
commercials
commercials
now. What
now.
is it
What is it
now?
now with
Yeah,
yeah,
coming out of the
out of
airplane,
everything
and
and
you know, the
you know the
lady's like,
lady's like,
"Hey, I'm
hey,
helping you." I'm
I'm
like, "I'm
like,
good,
I'm
I'm
good,
good,"
good.
and
And
I can't
I
remember
can't
who
remember
it is.
who it is.
And they got,
And
you
they
know,
got,
it's okay to
it's
ask
okay
for
to
help.
ask
Well,
for
it's the
help.
same
What's
thing
the
in
same
this
thing in
business.
this business?
So
So
to your
to
point,
your point,
what's
what's
happening
happening
is
is that
what the
with the
information,
information,
they go to
they
an
go to an
accountant
accountant
and they
and they
think,
think,
you
you
know,
know,
they
they
think
think
that,
that,
you know,
you know,
they
they
think
think
that
that
the accountant's
accountants
doing the
doing
same
the
thing.
same thing.
You know, they're
You know,
going to
they're
do the
going to do
same
the
thing
same thing
regardless. They
regardless.
think,
They think,
oh,
oh,
okay,
okay,
just
just
because I
because.
have an or a CPA, that I'm going to get this extra nurturing. I'm going to get this extra, you know, I'm going to get this, hey, um, extra level of information. Um, you know, so says we got an echo. I don't know. I don't know what's
Yeah, I
going
don't know
on.
what's
See,
going on.
we
See,
got one of them.
we got one of those subjects. I'm muting while you're talking, just in case that may correct the echo.
Got you. Oh yeah, we got it fixed. This is going there. We got real time. So our production team is hitting us while while we in here. So so what we have going on is, so basically it's an advisor. People, they want advice, and they want advice. They want more than just getting the numbers done on and doing that. And then when they don't get it, because number one, they don't know how to ask for it. They don't know what to ask for. Then when they don't get it, it makes the accountant bad. It's not true. I mean, it's all about how you set up the engagement. Now, I know there's plenty of people out here that, they probably have some opinions of me. Mm, You know, I'm going to do this to that. Been in that position before. But that's what it comes down to. So advisor is different between a trusted advisor and an accountant, because an accountant is an accountant. A lawyer is a lawyer. A financial planner is a financial planner. So trusted advisor, a term that for a lot of years has been overused in our industry because they've been trying to push practitioners to go there. But we just break it down. 2 words: trusted, which it's assumed you trust your accountant. It's assumed, but okay, that's fine. But advisor, that's that's the key term right there. Advisor, advisory. What is all that? What does it mean? It means advice. So, um, people write to oh man, Ann Landers. I can't remember. They used to send the things into the newspaper. Say, hey, my life. Can you give me some advice on a life? Advice had nothing to do with a tax return. They just wanted advice. It's the same thing. People want advice. They know just a little bit enough about taxes and accounting to pretend, but it's the interpretation of what's happening and putting it to you in lay terms so that you can make business decisions or personal decisions. But it's still your decision. It does not take away your accountability for what's happening. So as an advisor, I am there to lay out the scenarios, and I can have an opinion, but I'm not there to make the decision for you. And that's where it goes to the left too. Like, so the difference in advice in an accountant, a good accountant, a good accountant files your stuff on time and takes care of stuff. That well, I'm not gonna say that's just good, but you can characterize a good accountant as someone who files your stuff on time, and every time you got a problem, you call and they hop on the phone and stop whatever they're doing to help you. So some people, that's a good accountant. Well, so that's a but an accountant with the growth companies that we look to work with need somebody that might actually tell them something they don't want to hear. Say, there's a couple people out there know what I'm talking about. Say, you ain't got money for that. No. Good idea, wrong time to do it. And this is why. You know what I mean? Like, that's advice. That's not, so in order to have, and so trusted part comes in because eventually at some point, before you do whatever it is, you go to the advisor. That's trust. Where you say, hey, I go to the advisor. This is what I'm thinking about doing. What are your thoughts? To me, that means you trust me. You may do the exact opposite of what I say, but you at least trust to come to me instead of doing something.
Or you got to trust the process too, right? Right? You got to be able to trust the process that's put in place, right? Because sometimes, I think trust is kind of it's a funny word because, if people don't trust themselves, there's gonna be limitations on the trust that they have for outside sources, right? So if you run into that problem, then trusting the process should be, the initial start and the continuation as well, and then everything else will build. But this is when you get to a trusted advisor level, I think it's about practice, and the practice is the work and reviewing tapes. Let's use sports. You practice, you review tapes, you got a playbook, and when it's game time, it's time to go, and you leave it all on the field, right? So in that aspect, is when you're with a trusted advisor, you're talking about your game book, your playbook. You're reviewing some tape, past, present, and then looking at forecasting of what options you have moving forward. And then when that opportunity or that situation presents itself, then it's game time. Let's go. And then we just keep rinsing and repeating. But it's the process along the way, which ultimately, because I think it's like a first date, second date, honeymoon phase where you get to know who you're working with, right? That's right, Tanya. Be accountable for your actions individually, because then that's going to build a stronger bridge to the relationship between that business owner and that advisor. And because it's not all on the business owner, and it's not all on the advisor, when you're entering that type of relationship. However, the business owner is the driver.
Sure. Oh, you yield. So, not, and that's true. I mean, that's part of this thing when you're doing business and people don't understand. Like I say, man, look, it's your company. Oh boy, we got a lot of personal insight here. But yeah, and I think it's bad. I mean, look, if you the boss, you're gonna be the boss. I mean, people go get their EIN and they LLC, and then they run and say they the CEO, and they the only person working, but they the CEO. All right, that's cool. But you know what CEO means? Top dog, up top. It's all on you. Everything is your responsibility. Outside person, third person, whatever. No, it's you. You are responsible for the entire enterprise. So if you get an outside consultant, then there's large companies that have consultants that they've paid lots of money to, and the result, nothing happened, because what consultants do is come solve your problem. They don't fix it for you. They say, oh, yeah, you need to do XYZ. Thank you. Please come again. So, and it's up to you to fix it. No difference. If somebody says, hey, stop using, if it's a trusted advisor on our level, we say, yo, stop using this card or do this or stop paying someone in cash and all that. And you don't do it. That erodes the trust, not just because, trusted advisor, the advisor has to trust you too, because understand, the advisor, in many cases, and I'll speak for us, the clients that we work with closely, even if we're not talking to you, we're talking about your business and in different scenarios. And there's opportunities or solutions or things come across. It's like a database. I mean, we got a CRM too, where we're looking to see how to make things better for you. And sometimes clients don't let people do that. They don't let you get to that level, because we're dealing with, I don't know what to characterize it, but we're dealing with stuff that's just, a lot of it comes from the accountability. People don't take accountability and they don't do the things that we need to do. And so what we do is we continue to talk about the same compliance things. We talk about the same thing. We think about that. We're concerned about this happening, that happening. I'm going to give an example, and this may be a little, I'm not going to say it's controversial, but you wouldn't expect to hear this from a CPA. All right. And it's got to do, one of my peeves, IRS notices. So IRS notices. My first part of the peeve is that when the IRS notice comes, the assumption is that the accountant did something wrong. That's the number one assumption. That's why they call us, because they just assume that off top. 80% of the time, that's not the truth. It's something that wasn't given in accountability. You didn't give us all the documents. Oh, yeah, I forgot about what I sold. Oh, that $200,000 worth of stock I sold. I didn't think I needed to put that on there. Oh, you didn't. Okay, but we've been talking to you all this time, so it's like that. Certain other things happen. When you're doing transactions, things happen. So immediately we on fire. I've had people that have been so off the chain with they notice. I'm sitting back thinking about, are you running your business? If this paralyzed you, then I don't really know how far you can grow. Because every business I know, it's something happening every day. So if that paralyzed you, I mean, they to the point, oh, I can't this, I can't, oh, dang. But I'm supposed to be trusted. So what I'm saying is that, okay, we see these things all the time. You're working with us. All right, we'll fix the issue. If we made a mistake, we're accountable to it. If not, let's figure it out how to fix it. But guess what? You still got to be in business and still operate. Not the end of the world. So, but now people will say, oh, well, I got this notice. My CPA, I'm not happy with him. But you got to understand, if I'm looking at you like, well, wait a minute, especially in my view, because it's off top, anything is 50-50. It's 50-50 chance something you didn't give me. So now my trust, I'm like, boom, and then you react like this, and you go all haywire, and then when it comes to pass that, oh, it was something you forgot, you're just like, oh, okay, my bad. No, not your bad. I want the same energy you were on when you were calling thinking it was our fault. That just can't.
Yeah, you got a valid point there. You got a valid point, Don.
I need to get you like Biggie Smalls. I yield.
Now you have valid points there, Don. You know my stance on information and understanding. I think it takes a level of wanting to understand certain things. You don't have to be a true professional. You don't have to be, certified in it. Understanding is understanding, and information is information. It's how it's being used and how it's communicated, right? How it's being received, and there's always going to be gaps. There's always going to be gaps because nothing is perfect. So let's figure out what the complication is, what the root is, and then let's try to figure out how do we close that gap and keep that gap closed. We can't have that gap reopen by certain habits, right? Certain non-accountability tactics, I should say, right? Because in business there's strategies, there's tactics, there's habits. So I think you're right in what you're saying, and it's you have to want it. You have to be familiar with your business. You have to be familiar with your goals. What is it that you want? I always ask two questions: what do you want, and why do you want it? Right? What do you want? Why do you want it? Then we figure out how we go get it. And I think that's super important to understand, right? Because the what do you want will allow you to identify the things and the information that you don't know, and you could chart a course on trying to understand that information. Then why is, where does that apply to you? How does that apply to you, right? And then how? Okay, well, how is now I have a trusted advisor. He's putting a process in front of me, right? And so now I'm going to trust this process and this information and my advisor along the way, and then we'll have milestones. We'll have certain checkpoints where we can validate what has happened. We can look back and say, okay, this is where we talk about KPIs, key performance indicators. We look at certain reports, month over month, year over year, quarter over quarter, right? And those are the elongated conversations that are continuous. Talking about you, and then here's the other key, as James said it earlier, is having a system where you can utilize your data. So there's multiple systems of data, right? So everyone thinks accounting firm, CPA firm, accounting system. Correct. But there's other tools and there's other sources of data that has to be used in order to provide the direction or to map out the journey for the growth of a business. We're not talking about basic, what's the difference between a sole prop and an S corp? We're not talking about that. There's tactics and strategies behind that when we talk about taxes, right? But when we talk about generating revenue, right? Keeping your revenue high, keeping your overhead and expenses low, right? Growing the business, making the business profitable, making the business cash positive, and be able, the longer you sit on the cash, the better the business is. And you still generating revenue at a high performance. And that's where key performance indicators come in. Forecasting comes in, right? Asset management. Then we talk about opportunity costs, right? What is opportunity cost? Then there's terms and There's a term that's related to products and services called loss leaders, right? Those are the things that drives traffic to your business. You don't make a profit, but that helps you streamline to other avenues of revenue in the business. Then we can say, are you actually utilizing other revenue streams within the business to take opportunity of the market? Now we identify who your market is, and we can streamline it even more. You may not, and no one's going to get 100% of the market, but you may only have 14% of that market, and that for that particular revenue line. Okay, let's see if we can get another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% out of that market, and or another market with a shorter revenue line, product and or service. You know, just my thoughts.
Well, no, your thoughts are very valid. And that, but those margins. So look, just to build on that for what we're talking about, to make those things happen, that's where the advisor comes in, the trusted advisor game, because margins are very thin. Like Corey was saying, 2-3%. You know, you may reduce your utility, or big shouts to Juana out there, CNL Transportation out in the building out there, and and why. But check it out. Gas in our business is a lot of gas. So when these things go up by 1%, man, it affects. If you in logistics, your gas costs goes up 2%. If you're doing big numbers, if you spending $150,000 a month on gas, hypothetically, 3%. I mean, look, that's not nothing. It's about $450. If you don't want it, I'll take it. It's fine. That so everybody, like get into high dollar and millions. I think there's a chunk mindset. Everyone wants to hit a home run, so we think that okay, we're gonna make this whole bunch of money. And that's what's going to get to my bottom line. But your trusted advisor view, one of the things a trusted advisor in accounting or finance, CFO, whatever, wants to look at me personally, the first thing I look at is where we can save bread. Because I can't control sales in terms of, I have no control over that. I mean, believe it or not, you really have no control over that. Like, you have a process for it, but unless you strong arming people to buy from you, you don't have, so you have to put your thing out, and then not only that, you have the sale, but then you also have to get paid. So it's a 2-part thing. So that's a lot going on. But what you spend, you got control over. And I always start there. You say, where can we shave this, shave that? Because I'm looking for the 2%, the 3%, the 5%. So if I'm getting 2% off of 3-4 items, that's talking almost 8. That's 8% on 4 items. But that's a conversation you can't get to. One, I'm probably gonna say this every stream. One, if you don't have an accounting system, I can't have that conversation with you. If you got a bunch of receipts and spreadsheets, I mean, we can take care of you, but I can't have the margin conversation with you because we got to spend all our energy, doing our thing.
You was just rhyming. You was just rhyming right there. You said a bunch of receipts and spreadsheets.
Yeah, look at that. So that's I got lyrics out here, man. I got bars on my birthday. What's going on? So, but what I'm saying is that that's the slight separation between your traditional accountant and your advisor. Your traditional accountant, which is what we've been. I'm not talking down on that. We all came through that. Traditional accountant, you come give us a box or a shopping bag of receipts. We presto magico, and then we get your taxes done, which is your financial statement. And I'm gonna tell you a little trade secret, and then we don't charge you enough money. That's just I mean, I'm saying that out for my fellow practitioners too. We don't. When you do that, we do 12 months of work in 3 weeks, and we charge I don't know, because we're wizards, I guess. But listen, man, the the landscape is too complicated now. You can't just be operating like that. If you have a business, and I know we have somebody that from one of our other streams, they want to talk about being self-employed against a business. When you're self-employed and you got stuff going on and all you worried about is your taxes, I mean, you kind of like an employee. You just got your company, your marketing, you ain't worried about that. Sales, don't need that. I don't need none of that. It is what it is. And this is from actually, I've had conversations with people like this, making good money. They just like, nah, I'm just, I'm chilling. They ain't on it. So not much trusted advisor to do there. We make sure your stuff is good, you straight, keep them off of you, which is our goal with everybody. Ultimately, keep more money in your pocket and keep them off of you. And there we go. All right. So, but when you decide you're going to run a business, the business is there to benefit you, but it's not you. It is a entity. Henceforth, why we create entities. And you have to look at it as something separate from you. And you have to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the only way, and so when you get an advisor, the advisor is there because you're going to have rose-colored glasses or some other color. They are there to help shape what you see, to help you say, hey, you're seeing this. Okay, that's valid, but it could also be this. And it could be this. That's what an advisor does. And it's a different thing. So, I think we just brought that out. I mean, because, we want people to understand that they are great practitioners. I mean, I'll tell you like this. Someone that holds themselves out as an accountant or has a CPA license, they're probably pretty good at what they do. I'm just going to say that. Now, we all, in all our businesses, especially to this level, we all have a element of, customer service, the ancillary things outside of what we do, all the support things. We don't spend time on that because I'm good. I'm a good podiatrist. I don't, like, so we all have those challenges, and heck, big companies have those challenges. You're not going to please everybody anyway. But most accountants, look, I'm going to say they know accounting. All right. Even though it's probably something that fake the funk, but I'm going to say that. So just saying what's good or what's bad is all subjective, and it's personality, it's things like that. I mean, but what I'm saying is ask for what you really want. Don't come and say, yeah, I started my business, I need an accountant. Okay.
No, I started a business. Somebody told me I need an accountant.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, because it's like, what do you mean? It's my first time working with an accountant, a CPA. Okay, what's your expectations? I don't know. Somebody told me I need one. Somebody told me I need an accountant, a lawyer, and whatever else, right? But what does that even mean? So think about it like this, right? If we just take a moment and take stock of what's happening in the world, this is a scary place right now. Scary place. Inflation's everywhere. Things are just happening. All kinds of money problems. All kinds of. This is a whole bunch of different things. So how do you put yourself in position to be okay? And you got to start somewhere. And again, it's about. First of all, you got to learn as a business owner. You can't depend on anybody else. right? So you try to learn the best that you can, and you take your what you've learned and you apply that knowledge alongside a trusted advisor, and then you give the trusted advisor the understanding that of who you are and what you're trying to do, because it's not just about the business, it's not about the numbers of the business, it's also about the personality surrounding the business owner that aligns with that trusted advisor, right? And that's essentially, everything in a nutshell. I mean, something to
That's
think
some
about.
good.
Just something to think about.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not going to pontificate much more because it's my birthday, and you're at an event. Why don't you tell them what you're about to do? Let's promote it.
Oh,
Tell the people.
so I'm at the Greater Durham Black Chamber of Commerce event. 40 under 40 business award ceremony here, that we're presenting to 10 people that have businesses that are successful and that are striving and working to thrive. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm here. I'm about to throw on the jacket in a moment. Go inside. Oh yeah, I got the jacket. I got the jacket
Oh, you
ready.
got the dope.
Yeah. I got the hard bottoms on. Um, you know, be a part of the whole presentation piece, and just be a part of a good atmosphere and a good vibe on a Saturday, beautiful Saturday, not too hot, not too cold, and again, amongst people that are out here really doing what they're supposed to do and what they want to do in order to thrive and be successful. So I'm gonna go soak it up like some bread and gravy.
Yeah, they got any
They got
food
any
there?
food there?
Huh?
They got any
They got
food?
any food?
I'm sure we have some finger food popping off, but I'm not here for that, man. You know
Well,
what
Well,
I mean?
that's
um,
um,
you know,
you know,
I guess I
I
don't
guess I don't
qualify
qualify for the 40.
I
I
wasn't getting
wasn't
out
getting
here
out
with
here with
a
a
pity piece
pity
moment
piece
on.
moment on.
I
I mean, I
just
just
never
never
understood
understood
why
why
never 30 under
I'm
40.
the 40.
Like I don't get it. I ain't winning 30 under 30. This is, I don't get it. That's like I just don't understand. But that's fine.
That's fine.
And at this
And
Stages
at
and
this
point,
phases.
point,
Stages and phases. Easy, easy, easy.
yeah, but
yeah, but
I mean they
I
don't
mean, they
do
don't do
50 under 50. They figure after 40, if you ain't doing it, which is a bad
Nah,
bad
assumption.
assumption, but I'm
but look, we about to move the needle, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, I know. But the reality is, deep down, I really don't care. I just like talking about it. So I just like saying stuff like that. Just like, I mean, I'm just saying, dang, then they do it on my birthday. Not even invited. I was invited, but I'm just saying, like, really? Nah, anyway, man. But it's cool. It's cool. So look, my man's getting ready to go get mic'd up for sound check. I don't know. They gotta, they gotta makeup. You gotta get makeup. See, is this broadcast on television? I mean, was it?
I mean,
No.
no.
I wouldn't even go that far in my life, man.
I don't know.
I don't need no
I mean,
foundation and all that, bro.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
just saying.
Sometimes you don't
Sometimes
think you gotta
you
cut
gotta
the
cut the
shine.
shine. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I like authentic shine, bro.
Well, I
Well,
know,
I
but
know,
it's
but it's for the camera.
for the
For the
cameras.
camera.
Yeah, they might get a
Like,
different. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not. Wow, ain't close enough.
yeah,
But
it's all good.
it's all
But
good.
But,
all right,
all
we're
right,
gonna let
we're
you
gonna let
go,
you
and we're
go,
gonna
and
let
we're gonna
all
let all
fine people
fine
that
people.
tuned in, watching this after the fact. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for following us. And thank you for spreading the word about us. Hint, hint. So let people know. Um, if you enjoy spending time with us, hit the thumbs up down on our YouTube channel.
Questions, please.
And you
Questions.
heard me.
Questions. Questions.
Oh yeah, God, please give us questions. Give us questions because we're trying to get more people. And look, if you have a business, man, we want to interview you. We want you on here. Because this is not a conversation about me and Corey's. We want you on here. So, or a business owner that we should holler at. Email us hello@Heyward CPA. Simple as that.com. hello@HeywardCPA.com. So, all right, cool. Time to get the party started. I gotta go get a haircut first, but time to get the party started. And we'll 2 weeks. We'll be back. We should have our special. I think we're gonna have a special guest in 2 weeks. So yeah, we're gonna go from there. All right. Deuces. We out.